Hello and welcome to Cricket Happenings, dear friends and subscribers. India once again faltered here, and this was something which was expected, I would say, with the South African bowling attack. But I have to tell you one thing that one never thought that India, on probably a subcontinental pitch conditions, I think this was their best bet to actually go and win the Test match on the final day. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And what was very surprising was the debutant bowler Ngidi actually blew them out totally. As he actually on his debut Test match, he has taken 6 Indian wickets, and that is something I would say he would cherish for quite a long time. What a debut! 12.2 overs, 3 maidens, 39 runs, and 6 wickets. He totally blew the Indians off, who started at 35 for 3, struggled all through, and they were bowled out for 151. Thus, South Africa taking a 2-0 lead in the 3-match series with a 135 runs victory, and congratulations to South Africa. Now, the other match that we'll be looking at on this cricket show will be the second match of the tri-series between Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka. Zimbabwe winning the match by 12 runs, but Sri Lanka running them close thanks to Thisara Pereira, who came and slammed the Zimbabwean bowlers to put some fright into their minds before his wicket was captured, as Thisara Pereira slammed 64 of 37 balls with 5 fours and 3 sixes. But full credit to Zimbabwe for posting a score of 290 for 6 and winning the match against Sri Lanka by 12 runs. So the Sri Lankan post Hathurasinghe, the Sri Lankan Hathurasinghe era beginning with a loss here, but a close game, I would say. But full credit to Zimbabwe winning the match by 12 runs. And this is the first ever victory over an overseas team by Zimbabwe in a neutral avenue. So they have always won at home. So to beat beat an opposition team in a neutral avenue, it has happened for the first time. So Zimbabwe would definitely be thrilled by the outcome. So, and then we'll have a look at some cricket news where Ben Stokes has been given the license. He has been cleared cleared from the tour. It will be interesting to see. And then we also had a sort of drama in the Under 19 World Cup yesterday when West Indies once again sparked off a spirit of cricket debate by claiming and obstructing the field dismissal in the match against, I think it was against New Zealand. I just need to check that. So that was something which happened and which probably left a bad taste, I would say. But nevertheless, that is what happened against South Africa. Sorry, it was against South Africa that the spirit of cricket, as I said, obstructing the wicket dismissal was done. Sorry about it. I'm a bit down under the weather here, unfortunately. But still, as far as cricket is concerned, as you know, it's my love. So I would definitely take off. So let's talk about the game between India and South Africa. So India actually resuming on the overnight score of 35 for 3, and it was Cheteshwar Pujara and Parthiv Patel at the crease. And one knows that Cheteshwar Pujara was the Indian hope as the score moved at snail's pace by 14 runs to 49. Look at what happened. Cheteshwar Pujara becoming the first Indian to be run out twice in a test match, and this was serious, I would say, because it was Cheteshwar Pujara who actually seeing, he knows Ngidi and De Villiers are someone who are very swift on the field, and one does not know why did he really take a chance, and especially in a crucial day like this. He went and took the chance that going for the third run, which resulted in Cheteshwar Pujara getting run out by a Ngidi De Villiers Decock combination for 19 with 2 boundaries, and that was another big blow for India. And Cheteshwar Pujara disappointed by getting run out. So score read 49 for 4 as Rohit Sharma walked in. But Parthiv Patel was the next victim. Now was the time. Now Parthiv Patel's wicket was taken by Kagiso Rabada as he forced Parthiv Patel with a short ball to hook at him, and Parthiv Patel obliged and he was gone. Caught Morkel bowled Rabada for 19 with 2 boundaries. Hardik Pandya, that was the time Ngidi started his heroics, I would say, because Hardik Pandya was the wicket from which Ngidi started. He started from where he left off yesterday as he picked up the wicket of Hardik Pandya, a similar side to what he did in the first innings. And Hardik Pandya was trying to ram the ball over the keeper, was caught by Quinton de Kock with the bowling of Ngidi for 6. And then Rohit Sharma was trying to, establish, in the sense he was trying to really just sort of defend over there and wait for the loose ball as Ravichandran Ashwin came in. But Ravichandran Ashwin this time could not last long. Ngidi picked up his wicket by getting him caught behind for 3. Ngidi was an absolute fire there. Shami definitely, and then with the score on when 87 for 7, it was a very good partnership. Mohammad Shami coming in and giving very good support to Rohit Sharma, who was trying to concentrate and also trying to play strokes at times as well. But Mohammad Shami definitely was not there out there to just stay there. He was actually trying to hit some boundaries, which he did, but definitely it was. One does not know. It was not so useful, but nevertheless, at least the innings was prolonged as he and Rohit Sharma and Shami actually put on a 54-run partnership for the 8th wicket, I reckon. Yes, 8th wicket was going on, but Rohit Sharma was a victim of the bowling of Rabada. Brilliant catch taken by A.B. de Villiers, a stunning catch, I would say, to see the back of Rohit Sharma, who was looking good. 47, he was the highest scorer with 6-4. The second highest scorer for India was Mohammad Shami with 28, before he lost his wicket to Ngidi after making 28 with 5 boundaries. And it was all over when Ngidi picked up the final man, Jasprit Bumrah, for 2, caught by Philander. It was all over. Ishan Sharma was not out on 4. South Africans were rejoicing. 151 all out India. Thus South Africa registering a 135-run victory in the second test. And now there's only one more test match to go. So South Africa have already won the series. And as far as the bowling was concerned, it was all about Lungi Ngidi getting returning analysis of 12.2 overs, 3 maidens, 39 runs and 6 wickets, emulating what Lance Klusner did on his debut with 8 wickets, I reckon. That was against India in Kolkata. Varnan Philander, 10 overs, 3 minutes, none for 25. Rabada, 14 overs, 3 minutes, 3 for 47. Always consistent, always a wicket-taking bowler, Rabada. Really, and even without Dale Steyn, in fact, South Africa blew India out here at Supersport Park in Centurion. Ngidi was the man who did some serious damage. Ngidi and Rabada doing serious damage to the Indians. In fact, 9 wickets were claimed by the combination of Kagiso Rabada and Ngidi, with Varnan Philander and Morkel returning wicketless. So it really tells you what depth of bowling South Africa has in the ranks, and that to a debutant coming and blowing India off. And for 26, but Lungi Ngidi has a bright future, no doubt about it. He's someone who bowls a very good pace and gets the ball to break back beautifully, and that really has been a sort of a very tough thing for India to negotiate. Lungi Ngidi, he was the man of the match, and and on his test debut, Lungi Ngidi getting the man of the match, and I think India have lost an opportunity here. And the India's woes continue on the South African tour. Now, the next match that I'm going to look at is the second match of the Tri-Series, which was a very interesting affair. It was Zimbabwe versus Sri Lanka. It was played at Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh, and it was Zimbabwe who actually batted first. Zimbabwe got off to a very good start. In fact, Solomon Mar was really smoking boundaries. Masakadza at the other end was more circumspect, but at the same time making sure that the scoreboard was ticking along. As first Solomon Mar was the wicket, this was victim of Pereira after making an aggressive 34 of 37 deliveries with 5 fours. Craig Irvine left for just 2 runs to the bowling of Lakmal. Hamilton Masakadza knock was very good. He was holding the innings and he did a fine job by contributing 73 of 83 deliveries, 10 fours. Brendan Taylor also contributed to a certain extent with 38 of 51 balls, 4 fours. But it was Sikandar Raza who really came to the party, I would say. And it was only thanks to Sikandar Raza that the Zimbabwean innings swelled to 290. Sikandar Raza increasingly showing that he's really getting really becoming a seasoned player for Zimbabwe here, I would reckon, based on the past performances he has done, recent past performances. Sikandar Raza was the man who really dealt with the Sri Lankan bowlers very well. Look at his knock, and Sikandar Raza is someone who means business right from the word go. And look at that knock of his. He also hit Suranga Lakmal, I think in 2 overs, hit him for 5 boundaries. Sikandar Raza was not out on 81, 8 fours and 1 6. Malcolm Waller did his bit of clouting the Sri Lankan bowlers. He hit Gunaratne for a 6 as well. He clouted 29 of 35 deliveries, 2 fours and 1 6. Peter Moore chipping in with 19 of just 18 deliveries with 2 sixes in the final analysis. And finally Zimbabwe ending up at 290 for 6, which was always a good score on this particular wicket. Lakmal definitely got a bit of beating of the Zimbabwean batsman. Sikandar Raza went after him in the final bend. 10 overs, none for 70. Akila Dhananjaya also got some severe tap, 10 overs costing 67. Pereira 10 overs, 2 for 43, bowled a decent line. Chamira 10 overs was also hit for 51 runs. De Silva 3 was none for 18. Gunaratne bowled 7 overs, 3 for 37. Now it was the turn of the Sri Lankan innings, and Sri Lanka were chasing 291. It was very interesting, but I have to say the Zimbabwean bowling was also very sharp. It all started with Kishal Pereira and Upul Taranga at the crease, but Jarvis actually gave them the quick breakthrough when he picked up the wicket of Upul Taranga for 11 with 2 of 17 balls, 2 fours. Kushal Mendes collected a duck as the tall bowler Chatara picked this wicket for naught, and then sanity prevailed for Sri Lanka after 2 wickets were lost for 47 runs in the 7th over. And then it started a 85 runs partnership between Kushal Pereira and Angelo Matthews, and that was a partnership which was helping matters. Angelo Matthews was mostly trying to hold himself, as his partner Kushal Pereira was in some real attacking mood, and that was good, as Kushal Pereira was really hitting a lot of boundaries, as that was helping matters as the Sri Lankan innings was ticking along. As the score reached 132, Angelo Matthews was Pereira was the wicket that fell when Sikandar Raza now started getting wickets with the ball, as well as he picked up the very important wicket of Pereira by getting him caught by Musrabani. 80 of 83 deliveries, 8 fours and 2 sixes. Matthews got a bit of company from Chandimal as the score moved on to 157 before Musrabani picked up the important wicket of Angelo Matthews for 42 of 64 balls, 1 4 and 1 6. Chandimal made 34 before losing his stumps to Jarvis, 34 of 33 deliveries, 3 fours, 1 6. Gunaratne was a big failure. One was probably looking at Gunaratne and Pereira really doing some fireworks, but unfortunately for Sri Lanka, that was a sort of a big blow for them, as Gunaratne, who is normally a reliable batsman, unfortunately lost his wicket as he tried to come down the wicket to Graham Creamer, who had him stumped by Taylor beyond the stumps. He was gone for 4, and then suddenly there was a little bit of gloom in the Sri Lankan camp as the score read 194, and that was the time they had Tissera Pereira at the crease, and Tissera Pereira, there was a sort of a Tissera Pereira and De Silva were at the crease, and that was the time Tissera Pereira was really very severe on the bowlers. As you can see the score, it moved from, I would say, the score moved from 194 to 224. So basically 30 runs were taken in the next 4 overs thanks to Tissera Pereira, who was really hitting it big. And suddenly things started moving, as Tissera Pereira was definitely, with his big hitting, was definitely posing a challenge for the Zimbabweans as he went along. But on the process, De Silva fell for 11 to the bowling of Creamer of 12 balls with 1-6. Dhananjaya was a victim of Chatara for 8 of 19 deliveries. Lakmal was there, but it was all Tissera Pereira who was doing all the hitting there as things were going on, and Tissera Pereira was indulging himself. It was Chatara who picked up that very important wicket, because Tissera Pereira was in some real punitive mode as he slammed 64 of just 37 deliveries, which included 5 fours and 3 sixes. Lakmal was not out on 5, but his wicket, with Tissera Pereira gone, the hopes for Sri Lanka really diminished, and when Chamira was out, it was all over for Sri Lanka. But thanks to Tissera Pereira, at least Sri Lanka could actually put up a stiff challenge, and really nobody knew when Tissera Pereira was there that as to who was going to win, as only the final analysis one could see that it was Zimbabwe who were the victors, and they won the match by just 12 runs. But nevertheless, Zimbabwe will be very happy with this outcome, and Sikandar Raza, I thought, did a brilliant job with the bat first, and also he bowled his full quota of 10 overs for 54 runs and 1 wicket, the important wicket of Kushal Pereira, who was in a marauding form, and that helped, and he was the man of the match. Jarvis 8 overs 256, a bit costly I thought, but Tendai Chatara showed he could be a very tough customer with 8.1 overs, no maiden, 33 runs and 4 wickets. I thought he was absolutely on the money there. Musrabani 9 overs 147. Creamer got a bit of hit from Tissera Pereira in particular, 10 overs 262, and Malcolm Wallable 3 overs none for 19. So that sums up this particular match. And before I go, just a very brief look, as I said, Ben Stokes of England has been cleared, and that is good news for England, I would say. And in the Under-19 World Cup, there was a spirit of cricket debate which was sparked off. West Indies, you remember, I think it was in the last World Cup also, there was something similar which happened. I think it was Mankaded, I suppose. And once again, they claimed a dismissal of a South African batsman who was probably was going to lift the ball and give it to them. And there was an appeal, and it came from the third umpire that he was out and was obstructing the field, and that really left some bad taste, I would say, at the Under-19 World Cup, unfortunately. And other than that, in the T20 match which is coming up after the one more one-day international which is going to happen between New Zealand and Pakistan, we have the T20 coming up, the T20 series between New Zealand and Pakistan. They have decided to keep Bolt out, and Ben Wheeler could be coming back, and Ben Wheeler is a good bowler as well, Ben Wheeler. So, well, dear fans, friends, subscribers, I think it's about time for me to pull the curtain down on this daily cricket show of mine today by bidding everybody a very good night. Thank you.